Hey guys, midweek recap a little bit late. So first time introducing some bench and some deadlifts back into just when I'm training at the moment. So I'm still very limited. I'm not meant to be contracting abdominal muscles too much, so I'm keeping it nice and light, just trying to get the motion back, and honestly it is moving well. So worked up to just 80 kilos, feet up on the bench, and just trying to relax that core, so no leg drive, nothing through there, and mostly just using my shoulders, chest and triceps to power through the movement. Now, so I only went up to 80 kilos for this. Deadlifts, I only went up to 70. Reason why I went lighter on the deadlifts is it is a different motion and it can tend to put more pressure, especially around where I've had my surgery for my gallbladder. So for this, it was more about focusing on being careful and safe versus actually moving as much weight as possible or doing anything crazy. So Monday started off at 40 and 60 kilos. These moved quite safely. It was mostly paranoia that was getting into my head of moving this weight. I was just worried that anything could go wrong. So as you can see, just keeping that hinge point and wedging in, moving it safely through the range of motion and not locking out, as I didn't want to extend through the abdominal region too much. But on the last rep, for most of the sets of the 6 to 10 reps, I would lock out on that last rep. Now, reason why I did this was to work my way through that motion and get used to it again, but I didn't want to put consistent strain on that motion. You can do this in recovery points, and it can also be done in working sets too. If you're going for something like an AMRAP or a lot of reps, it can be useful to save that little bit of energy on a lockout, or in my case, it can be useful to save that and not overload that area. For the rest of the exercises for the next couple of weeks, is going to be things like leg extensions, hamstring curls, a lot of accessories that don't require too much core activation, especially at lower and moderate weights, where I can just do a really long rep, long pauses at the top at full contraction, or even just slow eccentrics, depending on what isn't going to put on too much pressure. So over the next couple of weeks, I will move these weights up and hopefully be able to exert more force, which will then carry over once I can start doing my regular programming again, which should be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even 8, where I'll be going back up to 300 plus kilos. See you next.